Hello everybody, welcome to the Orange Thumbstick Podcast. This is episode 17. Thanks ever so much for tuning in, listening and subscribing, whether that's on iTunes, YouTube, Android or other services. Quite a bit to go through today, but as always, my name's Dave and I'm joined by Russ. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Not too bad. I'm not too bad this week. I'm not as sad as last week. What about you, Bobby? How are you?
I'm not bad, mate. Not bad at all.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. I don't think you'll be too good when we go through what's coming up, to be honest.
Yes.
We had a little bet a few weeks ago, didn't we? Which we'll delve into
we
a
did.
little bit more.
I know what it is as well. Which I've got to sit silent until you bring that bit up, haven't
I? I'm a little bit happier this week because I had an email from Microsoft about 3 or 4 days ago to say that my Elite controller is on its way.
Me.
So my brand spanking new Elite controller is coming, so it's great. So I could stop using my Scorpio one fairly soon. So that's good. What have you been playing, Russ?
I've been playing a bit of Drift Zone, bit of Grand Theft Auto, and Wolverblade. I started playing that a couple of days ago. Videos up on YouTube. Go and check it out.
Awesome. Bobby, what about you?
Pretty much the same as Russ, apart from Wolverblade. I've been playing Drift Zone. Video for that is on YouTube. Check that one out. GTA 5, obviously, we've been smashing that recently. And Railway Empire.
I actually checked out your video, Drift Zone, Bob. It looks pretty decent, actually.
It's
quite unique. Yeah, you're quite good at it, actually. I was quite surprised.
No, I'm not. I just
Not as good as me.
piggybacked on Russ. I piggybacked on Russ on everything, and then I just kind of just adapted to try and make it look alright in the video.
That looks decent. Looks like a decent title. I've been playing Vesta for the last few days or so. A neat little title. I think the review for that should be out by the time the podcast airs. So go and check that out. And is there a video up for that as well, Russ?
There is, yes.
Yeah. Check that out on YouTube as well. There is a few things to go through. First and foremost, probably the biggest news of the last week is Xbox Game Pass will have all first-party titles added to the subscription service from day one of their launch. Games already confirmed are Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3, plus future titles like Gears, Halo, and the Forza series. This is pretty big news, and the internet broke when it got announced. So I just want to talk about it a little bit with you guys and just get your views and opinions and where you see it going forward and what impact it's going to have for Xbox and possibly other things as well in the future. Russ, I'll start with you. What do you make of it, mate?
Well, it's a good thing, isn't it? Again, we spoke about things like this before. Gamers on a budget, they're well in, aren't they? They're going to get all the future Microsoft exclusives on launch day bundled in with their subscription for that. So, yeah, you can't go wrong, really.
Bobby, what about you? How are you feeling about it?
It's a bit like what Russ said. What we said in our previous podcast when it was first announced, that it was fantastic value for money. It's great for more casual gamers and social gamers and things like that. This is just fantastic. Like before we recorded, I actually said to both of you, I'm thinking of signing up for it, just simply because there's going to be some big titles on there that I would have went out and bought anyways. So it's definitely worth it.
Yeah. I think what this does, it kind of shakes things up a little bit. And there was a bit of... there was a positive reaction on the internet. It was widely positive of people sort of saying how good this is. There was a slight bit of negativity, something which we discussed before we started recording, off air, about there was an Austrian retailer that refused to sell Xbox consoles because of this news, because it impacted their game sales and whatever else. But all in all, this is actually a really positive thing, and this could change gaming going forward. And anybody that's on the fence for a game like Sea of Thieves, or even State of Decay, could pay $7.99 and check them out. That's what this service is all about.
Yeah, it's going down the route of what the movie industry has done at the end of the day. You can get Netflix and all that now, can't you? It's the same thing. And Blockbuster suffered from that. The old movie thing, they all shut down and disappeared. And unfortunately, it's going to be the same for most retailers, I think. Obviously, starting with the indie retailer shops. I mean, a lot of them have already disappeared anyway. But it's inevitable, really.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to affect retail, and I think to a point as well. I just wonder whether this is kind of a way of fighting against the pre-owned market, maybe.
It's possible.
They've
had that war for years, haven't they?
They have, and they tried to solve it with the old online passes, and now they're doing it with DLC, and just trying to find another way of getting revenue from pre-owned software that they don't get anything from. What worries me about this is, as positive as it is, and I think it's great news, I think it's brilliant value for money, it just screams price increase, and I think that's going to happen. I don't necessarily think it will happen this year. It might do, I don't know, but I think there's a price increase coming here. Rush, you said that they're releasing a bi-yearly pass. Is that right?
Yeah, there's a 6-month pass. So from what I read, Phil Spencer's statement he made on the Xbox Wire, they listen to people and they're releasing a 6-month pass that can be purchased through shops like GameStop. There was no mention of like European prices or anything, so I'm not sure if it's just an American only thing at the minute or when it's actually going to come out. But yeah, he did say there's going to be a 6-monthly price.
You see, that would say to me that if they're going to release it in 6 months, and let's say they do a 12 months as well, they've got to put some kind of incentive in there to make that better value than just getting it monthly. Now, I think you said to me that the 6-month one in America was $60.
I think that's what he said. Yeah, I believe so.
But it's $9.99 a month anyway. So getting the 6-month one is actually, a few cents more expensive.
I'm sure they'll alter it slightly. That's what
makes me think.
Yeah.
Well, that's what makes me think they'll increase the monthly one. They'll have the 6-month one at $60, and then they'll have the monthly one and increase it to, I don't know, $12, $11.99 or something, or $12.99 to make that 6-month one more appealing.
They'll settle up something like they've got Xbox Live at the minute, where I don't know the exact prices off the top of my head, but I know like a 3-month was something like £15 or £15.99. Yearly, you could get between £36 and £45, and I think monthly was $7.99, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll do something like that. The problem is, because they've started it, for instance, in America at $9.99, it means that bottom price has got to go up if they do a yearly one, for it to look cheaper. But you know that it's going to be like, if it's $120 a year on the standard one, they're probably going to bring the yearly one out at like $100, $90, something like that. But then again, with the 6-month one looking at $60, maybe they wouldn't do that. So I guess it's just going to be wait and see, and hopefully they'll structure it and they'll get the pricing a little bit better.
Well, EA Access is a prime example of how this works, because EA Access you can get for £20 for the whole year. You just pay one sum of £20 and you've got access to the library of games that's on there. Or you could pay £4 a month.
Yeah.
Now, you can either have 4 months for nearly £20, or you can have a year for £20. It's just, it makes that yearly price more appealing, the fact that the monthly price is higher. So I can see Game Pass going down that route. But regardless of that, if they do increase the price, let's say they increase it to a tenner a month, it's still unbelievable value. First-party titles for games that they're going to be available day one. Their global release, as soon as it's released, it's going to be available for Game Pass subscribers. And the big one of those, which is the first one coming up, is Sea of Thieves, and the response of the beta of that game at the moment is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to jump in it myself yet. I really, really want to, and I know they've extended it to the 31st of January. But everything I'm seeing and I'm reading, it's just complete positivity about it. It's not a solo game. You've got to play it with your mates. That's how it's got to be played to be enjoyed properly. And Have you guys had a chance to jump into the beta? Can you compare it from what it's like now to what it was before in the alpha? Have you tried it yet?
Yeah. So
we jumped in.
It feels different. As in, there's going to be a lot more to it when it's released, but there's a lot more now from when, because I played early alpha. I stopped playing it after a bit because I didn't really want to spoil it. Getting too much of it will make it a bit meh. So jumping into it now, I've enjoyed it. There's a few little niggles. So it seems aimed towards having more of a group of 4, so you're on a bigger ship. Then there's a group of 2 and then going solo, but you do get it put in lobbies with other ships and then you can get camped. So it happened to me and Bob. We streamed it was it Wednesday?
I did.
On the day it was released. So
Wednesday.
we pulled up at one of the outposts, went and sold all our chests, and on the way back to this ship we had this cannon fire, and there was a massive ship parked right next to ours, and it just sat there firing cannons, shooting at us. So we got camped a little bit till the ship went down, then we could respawn elsewhere back with a fresh ship. It was a bit of a bit of a wasted time for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So that needs addressing some way or another. But that's probably the negative for me. But the things like the getting the treasure hunts where you've got the riddles, I absolutely love that. Was proper into that. Where you got to go and find the island that it's mentioning, and 10 paces away from this certain looking rock and all this sort of stuff. It's class. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's just getting a lot of everyone's raving about it, and I'm really looking forward to jumping in, to be honest, and giving it a blast. I'm hoping all of us can get in on it at some point before the beta finishes. But yeah, it's getting some real sort of positive feedback from people. There's been a few negative things, hasn't there, with people moaning about it. But did one guy say he got seasick from it or something? What was that all about?
Yeah. It's one of those sites I like to bash Xbox, and it's the title was, I think it's been changed now, but the title was this game made me seasick, so then they need to fix that. Like he was entitled to the game being suited to him. If he's seasick, then that's tough shit. Sorry, but it's tough shit. It's one of those things, most games come with warnings these days.
What a stupid comment to make. They need to change that. Excuse me, mate, but the clue's in the title. Sea of Thieves. What are they going to do? Take the sea out?
A land of thieves.
Yeah.
Instead of being pirates on a boat, you go and do over, like, I don't know, a Walmart or something like that.
Tarmac of Thieves. It just doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? Oh, I got seasick. Oh, come on, mate. Get a grip. Sea of Thieves. There's clues there. Oh, please change. You take the water out. Oh, come on. What are they on? And you say it was an Xbox bashing site that was doing this?
Yeah, from the accusers on Twitter, yeah. I mean, I don't really pay attention to some of the bigger sites because a lot of it's crap anyway, clickbait.
Yeah. Oh, ridiculous. Well, I for one, am really looking forward to it. And it's coming out on Game Pass day one. Fantastic value. And then, obviously, we've got State of Decay 2 coming out, Crackdown 3 coming out, and then future Halo, Gears, and the Forza games, obviously. And plus unannounced titles.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to look
at
that.
As we said last week,
the Game Pass thing, if you get 2 Microsoft games a year, it pays for it. If you was intending to buy those 2 games, it should pay for it. So if you get three a year, you quid's in, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. But even, like I said earlier on, if you're not sure about the game and you want to give it a try and you don't really want to fork out 40, 45 quid for it, $7.99, you just... If you've got some spare Xbox credit, you could use that to pay for it. For $7.99, you can just go and try Sea of Thieves out for a month, see if you like it or not. If you do, I'm sure the discount is going to apply because you get discount off the games, don't you? If you subscribe to Games Pass, you get 20% off, I believe, if you want to purchase them. So if you like the game after paying the $7.99, you can still purchase it for the 20% off discount. That's still to be confirmed whether the discount applies to the new releases, but I can't see it not. It's going to be the same thing, I would have thought. But it's fantastic.
Most people, unless they're like hardcore like GTA fans, or hardcore Call of Duty fans and things like that. Most people will play a game for a month or two, so it's even worth when one of the, like, for instance, Sea of Thieves is getting released, signing up for Game Pass for a month, playing it, then when you're done with it, cancelling your subscription and waiting for the next big game to be released. That's the smart way of doing it, and just paying $7.99 on the month, playing the game for a month and wiping it out. If you want it longer, it's only another $7.99. But the majority of people don't play, in today's age, don't play a game for longer than a couple of months, unless they're like like hardcore fans of that, like, series or franchise, whatever you want to call it. So it can be really good for people.
It also depends on the style of game. I mean, Sea of Thieves strikes me as a game that isn't going to be sort of, short-lived. It's not going to be one that...
Yeah.
I think it's going to be kind of like, that it's going to fit into the category of, like, Destiny, Rainbow Six Siege. It's going to continue to evolve and continually get players on it all the time. So from a game of that style, it would probably be worth trying it out. If you like it, buy it with a discount or whatever you want to do. For something maybe like, Gears, for example, if you're not too much into the multiplayer and you just want to play the campaign, you bung £8 on your account and play the campaign, you're bound to do it within that month. The campaigns on those games are normally about, 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours normally.
Yep.
So it depends on the game, I think. But you're right, Bob. It's a clever way of doing it, but I think it just depends on the style of game.
Yeah. Well, one of the other things that I always used to come across was I would always be skint when a game would come out that I really wanted, because of the way my payday landed. So if it's one of the Microsoft games, 9 times out of 10 you're going to have a spare $7.99 there, so you can at least get it until your next payday, then go and buy the game. So it is just, you'll all know the itch that you get when you want to play a game and you don't have it yet. Whether it's you've got to wait a couple of days till payday, or if it's, I think they're going to do something on Game Pass where they let you, as they have the deluxe editions and you can play it early. I think they might do something like that to try and sweeten the deal. So it's definitely going to be worth looking at, just for the sake of $7.99 for 1 month.
They might do. But if you do find yourself short that 1 month, you might have a really nice friend that might utilise the gifting system on Xbox and gift you a month of Game Pass, Bob. You never know. That might happen. I was being nice to you then.
I know you were. It was weird because you were being nice. I didn't know what to say. I wanted to come back with, well, there's no Rockstar games on there, so you're not going to do that. But you kind of caught us off guard there, mate.
Ubisoft.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, my new favourite developer. No, the reason why I was being nice was because our next segment goes into something that I had great pleasure in putting into this week's podcast. So for anybody who's a regular listener to us rambling on about stuff, me and Bobby made a bet, and I believe it was in our Christmas podcast, where you said that Anthem was your most anticipated game of 2018, and I told you I believed that it would not release in 2018. We made a bet. Is that right, Bobby?
Yes, we made a bet.
Do you want to tell the good listeners what our bet was?
I said that I would stream. I said I would stream Emily Wants to Play 2. I can't remember how long I said I'd stream it for. I think I'd said like an hour or two.
6 hours.
Shut up. The reason I said a set time that I would stream it for is because on Emily Wants to Play 1, I set up a stream. Loads of people came in, friends, family, just people who follow the site. I had the camera on so you could see my reactions, and I lasted 30 minutes. And I nearly put my head through my television when I jumped, and I just shut the stream down. So I agreed that I would stream Emily Wants to Play 2 for a set amount of hours if Dave was right, and because he's a jammy git, he was right. But on the plus side, at least at Christmas time, when it's the most anticipated game of 2019, I can use Anthem again. So there's a silver lining on it,
Yeah, so for anybody that doesn't know, Anthem was announced as being pushed back to 2019, which I've said before in the podcast, and I'm sure you two have. I'm all for that. If a game wants to get delayed because they want to make it better, I am completely on board with that, and definitely. I don't mind. I'd rather them do that than rush it out.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of the bet, Bobby, I need to find a way of you not turning this off. halfway through. So after half an hour, just logging off and going, that's it. So I was going to propose that you do it for Game Blast because it's for charity. You can't.
Is it out by then?
I don't know when Emily Wants to Play 2 is going to be on the Xbox.
Yeah, I don't know when it's coming out.
Well, there's always the first game, isn't there?
I
can do the first one again, I guess. But we'll have to remember, if we're doing a charity stream, if we remember how sway heavy the last one was, that's why it never got edited and put on YouTube, because it was sway heavy. If we're doing it for charity, it's probably going to have to be one of the later streams in the day. And I am going to have to try and watch me P's and Q's.
Or, well, to incentivise that for you, then every time you say a bad word, you have to put 50p into the pot.
Right, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Are you gonna have the camera on you while you're doing it, so we can see your facial reactions?
I don't know because I haven't set up the Kinect on the Xbox One X, and I never had it set up on the Xbox One S, and I don't even know if I've got the adapter for it. But I'll have a look, and if I can, I will. I'll set it up the camera so you can see it.
Well, you could just use a normal webcam now because the Xbox is compatible with just USB cameras, isn't it?
All right, I'll put the camera on then.
Excellent.
And I'll do
it's
it
official.
on the Friday whilst you're at work. Friday morning, first stream.
Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait. But I'm just looking at the notes here. Who's put Kiki's Gonna Get Ya? What's that?
That was me. That's Kiki's
That's
the
Russ.
character out of the first one. And
Who was it that done that thing, Russ?
someone
sent me a message, and then they admitted to it ages later, and it was someone I didn't expect, and I can't remember who it was.
I can't either, mate. But yeah, somebody messaged him on Facebook, made a Kiki Facebook account, and was messaging him in the early hours of the morning. I can see you through your window and stuff like that. He tries to blame me for it.
I didn't sleep for days. Literally didn't sleep for days. It was horrible.
That's really funny. That's really funny. But yeah, Anthem's been delayed to 2019, but that's a good thing. So, and there's a lot released already this year that we've got to look forward to. So, it's not too much of a biggie. I'd rather them delay it and get it right. And I think some of that has possibly got to do with what happened with Star Wars, maybe, with it being an EA product and everything.
And stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if that's got something to do with it, maybe. But
right, let's not lie about it, Dave. You sent the developers an email saying, can you knock it back to 2019 so my mate Bobby has to stream Emily Wants to Play? That's exactly why it got knocked back, admit it.
Yeah, that's, with how... That's exactly what happened. They did that for me after me slagging them off for what they did with Star Wars. That's exactly what happened. Moving on. Where are we? February's Games with Gold has been announced. And what do you make of this? I think it's quite a strong month. I don't know. Shadow Warrior we've got from the 1st of February until the 28th of February. That's Xbox One. Then we've got Assassin's Creed Chronicles India from the 16th of February to the 15th of March on Xbox One. And then the Xbox 360 games also compatible on Xbox One. We've got Split Second, 1st of February until the 15th of February. And then we've got Crazy Taxi from the 16th of February until the 28th of February. What stands out for you guys there, Russ?
Shadow Warrior and Crazy Taxi.
Oh, Bobby's right in there. Really?
Shadow Warrior and Crazy Taxi, can't wait. Shadow Warrior I want to check out. Crazy Taxi because I remember playing it when I was younger. Split Second, obviously. It goes without saying that one though. You didn't really need the answer from us. It was obvious that one was going to stand out. But the most anticipated one for me is Crazy Taxi. I'm really excited for it. And you all know I'm not really a massive Assassin's Creed fan, but I am going to have a look at this one.
It's completely different.
Split Second.
The Chronicle ones are a side-scrolling affair.
Oh,
it's like a 2.5D, isn't it? Almost.
Yeah. Oh.
Very old school Prince of Persia. Remember the side-scrolling Prince of Persia games? Very much like that. A Split Second is superb.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved that game when it came out. It was brilliant. It was very much Burnout, and because there hadn't been a Burnout game like that for a while. I mean, Paradise was out, I believe, not long before, but the whole arcade side of things, it was very burnout, and the environments and everything exploding, using the world to sort of get you, your opposition cars sort of knocked off the track or blown up or whatever. I thought it was really, really clever. And at the end of that game, there's no spoilers really here because there wasn't really a campaign, but at the end, there was a little bit of a hint that there would be a second one with monster trucks, and it never happened because the studio that made it closed down. Because I believe it was published by Disney, but it was developed by somebody called BlackRock or something like that.
It rings a bell.
So I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing Split Second again.
Yeah.
Shadow Warrior, I've not played before, so I'm looking forward to that as well. And Crazy Taxi, I think, is a pile of crap. But that's just my opinion.
Though, isn't it? A lot of people like it.
But a really strong month for February, so that's really, really good. Bobby, it's time.
Are you going to do the intro again?
Time? I can't do the intro again now. I've got a bit of a sore throat.
Do the intro again.
I can't.
That was my favourite.
I'll splice it in from last week. Don't worry about it.
Bobby Fails presents Something for the Weekend.
So this week's Something for the Weekend, we're going to take a look at Railway Empire. It's basically a railway building game, so you get to manage and create your own railway tracks. You can also invest in other businesses, and you'll basically have hours and hours of homage to the old Railway Tycoon games whilst you're playing it. It was released on the 26th of January 2018, priced at $44.99, which is $59.99 or €59.99. It is Xbox One X enhanced, and it looks, personally, I think it looks really good. I have heard split things when I've been talking to other people about it. I played it for a little while, and it was hours of fun. I did have a little cry at the start, because I know Russ is going to bring it up if I don't mention it. When I was, at first, it was a bit of a struggle for us to build things a certain way. You have to do things, and tracks have to be set a certain way and things like that. But it was great fun, and I'm looking forward to jumping straight back onto it.
What did you have a cry for?
He always does.
The tracks and it didn't want to work for us.
When he's got tutorial things to follow, he doesn't follow them.
I just ask you. I don't like following tutorials. I just ask Russ. Russ, what do I do here? And he tells us. Yeah. I ended up buying, because I was doing it the wrong way, and I ended up buying something like 5 trains and basically spending all my money on trains and then complaining that I couldn't build any more tracks. And then it wasn't until I realised what I'd done. But it was because I didn't follow the tutorial properly. So if you do check it out, follow the tutorial properly, or you'll end up looking like an idiot like I do.
Fantastic. How much is it?
£44.99, about $60 or €60, basically.
Okay. Cracking stuff. Excellent. Right then, Russ, plug in of the website, social media and video channels, please.
Right, so don't forget to head over to xboxgamerreviews.com where you can find the latest news and our reviews for Xbox games. There's also giveaways on there as well, and this week we do have a giveaway for 10 Xbox One games, so go over there and enter that. You can also follow us on Twitter at Xbox_GR, Facebook.com/XboxGamerReviews, and of course over on YouTube for all our preview videos. That's YouTube.com/XboxGamerReviews.com.
Fantastic. I think that pretty much wraps this week up. Thanks everybody for listening. As always, we really, really do appreciate it. And as Russ just said, subscribe to the channels and check out the websites. And we've got a fantastic competition running as well. Right, we are off to go and bulk buy Bobby some new pants for when he streams. Emily wants to play. Because he's going to need them. He's staying quiet. Look, he's gone, isn't he? He's gone. Have you gone?
I've already. I'm looking at adult nappies right now. I'm busy scrolling for adult nappies.
Right, we'll leave it there. Thanks everyone for listening, and we'll catch you next week. See you later.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.